Charlie Brown approaches the football with anticipation of actually kicking it. And then it's, ugh! Which has been the story of my life with women. And then, of course, when I go trick-or-treating, this has also been the story with me and women. I got a rock.
Well, this is truly heartbreaking for Charlie Brown fans all over the world, tuning into the news and headlines this past week. And the original voice actor who gave Charlie Brown a voice, Peter Robbins, has sadly passed away at the age of 65 after taking his own life and committed suicide, as released in a statement from his family. I myself am a Peanuts fan, and you've already seen my talk with the cast of the Peanuts specials, the Charlie Brown specials from the early 80s, from back at GalaxyCon last year. But it's time I share you the whole story of what happened to Peter Robbins, the very first Charlie Brown voice actor from the 60s. However, there are some parts of the story you may find upsetting, and if any of you are not able to watch this video alone, make sure you have someone by your side to comfort you in times of need. Like I said, Peter Robbins killed himself around mid-January at 65, as said by his family. His last known address was in San Diego, but his family didn't provide further details on where the Californian native died. The troubled child actor was convicted in 2015 for making criminal threats against several people, but began to turn his life around, being released in 2019. Robbins, who suffered from bipolar disorder, started getting professional help for mental health issues after being treated for addictions to drugs, alcohol, and sex. Born Louis Nanasi to Hungarian parents in Los Angeles in 1956, he gave voice to the beloved Peanuts character created by legendary cartoonist Charles M. Schulz in the TV documentary A Boy Named Charlie Brown in 1963. He would go on to voice the hard luck Charlie in 7 animated TV specials through 1969, including the perennial holiday classics A Charlie Brown Christmas in 1965 and It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown in 1966. The character's trademark scream of frustration, "Ugh!" is still used in current Charlie Brown specials. The actor was a big fan of the character and even got a tattoo of Charlie Brown and his trusty sidekick Snoopy on his arm. So here's what Peter's Charlie Brown frustration scream voice sounded like when the Peanuts specials premiered on TV in the 1960s. Ugh! And here's what Peter's Charlie Brown frustration scream voice sounded like when he was at a GalaxyCon panel in Louisville.
And then it's, ugh!
Well, what could I say? Everyone must grow up, especially young and talented actors, child actors to be precise, like Peter Robbins. So now you know who Peter Robbins was, the one who gave Charlie Brown his voice. As soon as I heard the sad news, that's when I decided to watch the classic Peanuts movie, A Boy Named Charlie Brown, in 1969, where he entered himself into a spelling bee contest. And now we come to the difficult part of this video. If any of you don't want to watch or listen to this last segment, then please consider ending your time on this video here. And for anyone who doesn't know what suicide is, it's described as the second leading cause of death. I do know and heard of a few people, celebrities included, who took their own lives. People like Tim Bergling, aka Avicii, Robin Williams, and Caroline Flack, very famous here in the UK. And about 800,000 people worldwide die by suicide every year, and one person every 40 seconds takes their own life. And to anyone watching this video and you feel worried, then do tell yourself that you are not alone. So if you ever feel you need someone to talk with, reach out to a parent, a friend, or an adult you can trust. Call your local suicide crisis hotline. And for those living in the U.S., call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline on 1-800-273-8255. Or go to the following website at www.suicidepreventionlifeline.org. All the details are below. And although this is a tough conversation, it's important because things can and will get better. Thanks for taking the time to go over this with me. Normally I would do my usual signing off at the end of each video, but for this occasion, go and watch a Peanuts movie for Peter Robbins. Yeah, I think that's it. Bye.
I just want everybody to know that I am thrilled, happy, grateful to be in Minnesota, and I look forward to shaking each and every one of your hands. And I just want you to know that I feel the love of Charlie Brown, and this character has saved my life. Thank you all.
That's great. That is wonderful.